And now for creating the fourth ventricle, um, we have to use another method because the fourth ventricles usually are not very obvious on the MRIs, and the structure is really delicate and small. For this purpose, I usually use the coronal view. To make it clear, I create a separate segment for the fourth ventricle. And again, with using the threshold method, I try to select this little area that is showing the fourth ventricle. This area. And with using paint, uncheck the color smudge. I will paint the fourth ventricle. As you can see, it is very small, hard to even find or separate it from other structures. And also in some cases, for example, in a brain tumor or a pathological human brain imaging, even it may not be seen easily. Okay, and I check the 3D view. As you can see, this part hasn't been created yet. For the processing, the medial part, I use the sagittal view. In sagittal view, we cannot use the threshold method very accurately, and I prefer to just use the simple paint method, uncheck the editable intensity range, and paint the fourth ventricle. Okay, we check the 3D again. It needs some corrections, obviously. For example, here, to find out a specific area in different visions or in 3D, you can use this cursor, which this is you can turn it on from here. Keep the shift button and put it wherever you want. Okay, I put it on this hollow area, and I find this region in other 2D views, and I try to fill this hollow area. As you can see, it is filled. Or you can use this method for other parts. For example, here is not selected completely, or here. This hollow Okay, and I try to create the fourth ventricle segments as good as it is possible. The other tools that we used for creating the lateral ventricles are not very useful for this one, so we have to just draw it. For this part, you can check if intensity range works. You can check simultaneously with your 3D model. Okay, now we have the fourth ventricle too. This part is probably from the fourth, so I'm gonna change it to the blue color. There are other easier methods for subtracting a segment with another, and I will teach you in future sessions. Don't worry. Okay, now it is created. It is almost good. It may not. It may need some smoothing. I use the 3D to just smooth my structure a little bit. Make sure to select the fourth ventricle here. So now the fourth ventricle is complete. Now, after creating the ventricles segment and also creating the fourth ventricle segment by another method, I want to teach you how to add more details to your structure and separate lateral ventricles and the third ventricles. For doing this, we have to use one of the most useful tools in the software, which is the scissors. First, for separating the right and lateral ventricles, I add a new segment with a new color and call it right ventricle, right lateral ventricle. Also, we should have a segment for left lateral ventricle. And another segment for the third ventricle. Okay. Now I turn off the segments. As you can see, the third ventricle segment and left and right lateral ventricles do not have any voxels in the 3D view, and we have to create them. For doing this, we have a very useful tool and very easy to use scissors tools. For doing this, for subtracting a segment with another, first of all, I mentioned that scissors tools is always used in the 3D view. Do not use this on the 2D views because it will create mistakes and it isn't helpful. So in the 3D view, I try to first of all separate my third ventricle. First of all, I choose the ventricles up here, then choose scissors. You don't need to change any of these settings. And in the editable area, you have to choose the segment that you wanna create, or you wanna change the selected one here to the one that you choose here. So I want to change the ventricles into the inside the third ventricle. These settings means that by using my scissors, I will select a part of my ventricle segment, which it will automatically change into the third ventricle. And using it is very simple. You have to create a circle around your selected area. And now it happened. We have separated the third ventricle from the whole ventricles, which is in red, as I have chosen before. And apparently I have some mistakes around here, so I do it another time to make it more proper. So now we have the third ventricle, and you have to do the same for lateral ventricles. And I want to create the left lateral ventricle, so I choose the ventricles here, then scissors tools, and choose the left lateral ventricle in this box, and simply drag a circle around it. Now we have our green left lateral ventricle, and at last it is right lateral ventricle. So, and I open the fourth, and now we have all four ventricles in different colors. As you can see, the red segment doesn't exist anymore because we changed it, so we can remove it. Also, this segment 2 is not useful now, just remove it. We have now four segments created for each ventricle, which is also very clear on the 3D views. The scissors tools is one of the most useful tools that is mostly used for editing a segmented area, and we are gonna use it in future episodes too. I hope it was helpful. See you next time.